What's going on, everybody's? First off, this is white and gold. You take that blue shit somewhere else. Don't believe me? Here, let's ask Overblood celebrity mascot Jim Carrey what color he thinks the dress is. Jim, take it away.
The pen is blue. The pen is blue! The goddamn pen is blue!
I'll be damned. I guess it really is blue, isn't it? Anyways, my name's Chris Williams, and you are watching the #1 Game Informer Facebook weekly video series YouTube thing. This is the Overblood community video thingy, the place you go for all your Game Informer news, from what they're doing in the magazine, the website, the YouTube page, and as always, what's going on over at the Game Informer Facebook page, which, as you should know by now, is better referred to as the Overblood Facebook community. Now remember, this show is broken down into 3 segments, so if you know you just want to jump to one of those, feel free to click at any time. Segment 1 is all about the community and all the cool stuff happening. Segment 2 is all about Game Informer and all the amazing things that they give us, just like the Lord above does every single day. And segment 3 is about the topic of the week. And this week's topic is most disappointing game you've ever played. There's a lot of salt this week, folks. A lot of salt in the topic of the week. Let's get it started. Now, maybe you're new to this whole Overblood thing, and if you are, let me break the news to you gently. There's a lot of talented people in the community, okay? Last week, I mentioned my good friend Stefan's book, link down below if you missed it, and this week, the Overblood community spotlight thingy of the week goes to not 1, but 2 Overbuddies. We got Neil Hackle, I don't know, who let me know about the Overblood MOBA Twitch page. Do you love Overbuddies? Do you love MOBAs? Then you'll love the Overblood MOBA page. See, the link is, of course, down below, and that's what we're talking about. Some of the amazing things the Overblood community does. There's a MOBA Twitch page out there, folks. Did you know about that? Nope, I didn't know about it. I'm going to watch it now. I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to tell these guys how great of a job they're doing, because the Overblood community, they're awesome. They're always doing amazing things. Now, we also cannot forget about Jack Gardner, I believe the cousin of Green Lantern Guy Gardner, who let me know that he, Jeremy Brown, and his friend Dan Jones, those are just some good names I can read. I like that kind of stuff, Overblood. Maybe more names like that will be going places one day. They have been running a Game Informer community podcast for nearly 3 years. That's ridiculous. They recently recorded episode 130. Holy crap! That's amazing. You guys are awesome. You're my inspiration. One day far into the future, I'll be recording episode 130 of the Overblood video community thingy, or whatever it's called these days, and that'll be amazing. I'll feel like a little boy frolicking through the candy store, whatever the hell that means. Now, I just want to say though, thanks for letting me know about your podcast. I think it's incredible. I didn't even know it existed, and you guys have been doing it for 3 years. That is the whole point. If I can be serious here for a second, if I can pull a Kanye here, if I can be serious for a second here, the whole point of these videos, the whole point of this section in particular, is to let people in the Facebook group know that there are people there, your friends, the people you talk to every day, they're doing incredible things, and you don't know about it because there's no way to promote it. And that's what these videos are here for. It's to let you know that people in our group are incredibly talented and they're doing amazing things, and you should always support the people in our group. They're like family. You know, we're like Olive Garden here, okay? So you got to support us. You got to support your people. The links to everything I've mentioned are down below. Go check it out. Now, let's get on to the old folks at Game Informer. This week, Papa Game Informer did some things, and let's discuss it, please. We have the Matt Helgeson hosted Game Informer show where he discusses the episodic game Resident Evil Revelations 2 with Tim Turry and Kim Wallace. And he also had the newsman, Mike Futter, on to discuss a really odd story that involves, wait for this, let me ask you if you've heard this one before. A young boy has his Destiny characters deleted, death threats occur, and then a mistaken identity happens. Crazy. That's the kind of news you're only going to get at GameInformer.com. Go check out the show. Links down below. Now, as I said last week, I wasn't able to post about a replay because I was running late, or was early, or I can't really remember. But let's talk about replay. Tomb Raider 2. Do you want to watch Tim Turry struggle to jump on a platform? Then this is the replay for you, my friend. Just kidding. The controls on this look terrible. It's a PS1 game, maybe a PS2 game, I'm not really sure, but it didn't age well. It was not very good. But it's a good tie-in with this past month's magazine cover, because if you don't know, the magazine cover's got Tomb Raider on there, the new Tomb Raider game. So you need to start reading your magazine. This is how I read. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, that's nice. You need to start reading the magazine if you're not reading it. Just go do it. Alright, now, test chambers. There have been weeks in the past when I have made jokes about how many test chambers there are to discuss. It's almost like they watched these videos and decided the world should just have more test chambers. They should put out as many test chambers as humanly possible, so let's get into it. First off, Off-World Trading Company. It's a PC game where you're buying land and you're killing other land buyers in space. Hashtag PC games. You know what I'm talking about. There's also Resogun Defenders, which is the latest DLC for one of the PS4's best games. Resogun, if you didn't get it from the title of the DLC, come on now. Pay attention. The test chamber shows off 2 new modes, and it looks fantastic. There's also the GI show featured game Resident Evil Revelations 2. It's more Resident Evil. So if you like that, click the box. Now, on to what really matters, the reason we're all here, the test chamber that brought us all to this moment in our lives. Alright, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. Let me ask you a question. Do you like Dragon Ball Z? I like Dragon Ball Z. Do we just become friends? You bet your butt we just did. Now, it's probably the game of the year. Just say, I'm tossing it out there. I'm passing it out there. That's me passing it along to you. It's probably the game of the year. So you should probably click the box, watch it, and then go, whoa, Chris, you're 100% correct. It is the game of the year. I'm amazed. I need to go buy it right now. Boom. Now, the last 3 test chambers for the week are Starship, a game that takes place in space, and you're a ship, and you're shooting up things, and it takes place in the same universe as Civilization Beyond Earth, which is really weird and really cool, and I really want to play Beyond Earth, so if somebody wants to send me that, that would be really nice. I would appreciate it, and I'd be your friend, and I'd make you a turkey sandwich. That's the kind of guy I am. Also, we have Duelist. No clue. Sorry. And lastly, Shadow of Mordor, the Bright Lord DLC, where you fight the Lord of Light Bulbs. I don't know, what do you want from me? They put out 55 test chambers this week. I didn't have time to watch them all, alright? I'm sorry. Now, time for the topic of the week. This past week, the game The Order 1886 came out and people hated it. Well, reviewers hated it, and people who didn't play it hated it. People who actually bought the thing, though, haven't heard much bad. I mean, sure, there was the one guy who, he lives at the gas station, and he's always drunk, and when you see him, he's like, hey, can I have a dime? And you're like, why? Gas is got like $3. Like, what's a dime gonna do? Oh, I just need a dime. Like, I think that guy probably said something bad about the order, and he bought it. It was weird. I don't know how he got the money. But, other than that, I haven't heard anything bad about the order from people who actually have bought it and played it. But whatever. That game inspired the topic of the week. Overbuddies, what is the most disappointing game you have ever bought? And like I mentioned last week, because I've been getting so many responses, I'm going to take a few select answers from the community, mention them in the videos. You guys are awesome. Seriously, you guys have flooded the topic of the week. We got, I think it was it was like over like 200 posts. I mean, obviously there's a lot of people reposting, us having a lot of fun conversations, but it was I mean, there's a lot of people. A lot of people responded. It would just take forever to get everybody in here, and I'm very sorry, but I just it's the whole point is just us having fun as a community, coming together and being awesome. Because that's what you guys are. You guys are incredible, and I love each and every one of you. Now, let's get on to this old topic of the week. Now, Reese Manic. I don't. Why is your name so weird, man? Like, just Reese, Rise, whatever. He said Legend of Zelda: The Twilight Princess. He said when it was launched, he just put too much hype on the game, and there was no way it could live up to that. Hillbilly Wilton followed that up, saying she loved Wind Waker, and right after finishing it, she picked up the game and hated it. She thought the huge style change for her put her way off, turned her off from the game. She also hated the slower start. I'm right there with you, both of you. I was so excited. Now, I missed Wind Waker, but I had played Majora's Mask, the best Zelda game of all time. I had played Ocarina, the second best Zelda game of all time. And it'd been years. I mean, years since I had played Zelda. I bought the Wii. I had my girlfriend at the time. She bought me Twilight Princess. I was very excited. I put the game in. I started playing. And then I broke up with her because it was terrible. It was the worst game I've ever had. And I agree with Hillbilly Wilton. The game opens so dang slow. I'm like the hero of time or whatever I am, right? I'm Link. Give me a sword. Let me go fight some Dodongas or whatever they're called. I'm gonna go up to the mountains. I'm gonna slay some Dodongas. The Dodongas. How do you say it? The Dodongas. I'm Link and I'm slaying the Dodongas. There we go. And instead of slaying the Dodongas, I have to do that hand motion I have to look off in the distance. The Dodongas. And instead of doing that, I'm herding goats. I'm helping a farmer, and I'm putting his goats in a pen. Stupid. 10 out of 10, according to everybody, though, right? Woo! Stupid. Now, Daniel Big Plume, that's not your last name. I don't care what you say. Your name is Daniel. Your name is not Daniel Big Plume. It's just Daniel. Daniel said Mass Effect 3. Says the whole thing was a schizophrenic ride that didn't know if it wanted to be a story about the horrors of war and loss or an over-the-top, Bay-esque summer action flick. I agree. I haven't finished the game. Please don't spoil it for me. It's too many cords. I don't know how to hook my Xbox back up to my TV. It's not HDMI thing. It's just these cords. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm defusing a bomb or something. I'm the Hurt Locker. But I remember playing it and being very confused at how the game controlled it. It was clearly the game had gotten so far away from Mass Effect 1. It was a completely different game and clearly meant to get more people in to buy it. I wasn't crazy about it, but I enjoyed the story. You know where I'd got a little teary eyed. I thought one of my people were gonna die. They didn't, of course, because I'm awesome. But still, it was a good game. You know, not as good as 2, but in my opinion, 2 is like one of the best games of all time. So it's kind of weird. Next up is Dexter Anthony Castro. He said Castlevania. He said these letters here. He said these initials. So I don't know what it means. So I'm just going to say what he said. Castlevania LOS MOF for the 3DS. Yep. That famous Castlevania game. Castlevania Leaders of Santana, Massachusetts of Florida. Castlevania, the Legend of Sephiroth, Man of the Frost. I don't know what it means. Like, you can't say initials like that. I never played those Castlevania games before, so I don't know what these letters mean. You gotta help me out there. But you did say that the gameplay was alright. The story was bad. Gameplay was linear and had simplistic level design. I remember Game Informer did a test chamber for it forever ago. I think it was Tim Turry, and he was just really bummed out because he loved the original Lord of Shadows. I know that's what it really means. And yeah, it was just, he loved the original Lord of Shadows, and then he played this Castlevania game on the 3DS, and he was just bummed. Thought it was terrible. Nick Coates. Nick Coetz. Coeds. There's a Z there, so it's Nick Coeds. Okay? He said Bastion. Okay? He said, everybody talks about the music. Amazing. The narrator. Hilarious and incredibly inventive for a video game. And the story, amazing. The ending is incredible, heartbreaking almost. And he said none of it proved to be of the slightest interest to him. I don't even know how that's possible. Plus, he didn't enjoy the gameplay either. Solid gameplay. Solid. Whatever. It's your opinion. I love you. Thank you for... I love you. Thank you for commenting on the topic of the week. Obviously, it's your opinion. I'm sure there's 1,000 games that are considered classics I don't like. So it's not a big deal if you don't like Bastion. It happens. Persona Sandwich, by the way, happy birthday to Persona Sandwich. Go in there. You go to the Facebook page. You tell old Simone, this is why I call you Persona Sandwich, because I don't know how to say your name. I feel bad every time I call you Simeon. Makes me feel weird. Go in there, though, you tell him happy birthday. Just let the young man know, congratulations, you're officially a man. You're 32 years old, however old he is. I don't know. I'm not, whatever. He showed up, though. He said he didn't like Superman Returns. I say nay, good fella. I say nay. That game is fun. It's repetitive, but fun. Some of the best flying you'll ever experience in the game. Deal with it. Of course, though, he went on to say that it's, he agreed it's repetitive, and he also said the boss battle at the end is terrible. I never got that far. My Blockbuster rental period ran out, so I had to go bring it back to the old B-Buster. Rest in peace. Let's see here. Old Kenneth Sanity, everybody's good friend Kenneth Sanity. His choice was Pilot Wings for the 3DS. He loved the original Pilot Wings, but this one just felt like a terrible tech demo trying to show off the power of the 3DS. Sorry, buddy. That's old Nintendo for you. They kind of do that. You ask for you love a series, they ruin it. You want a series to come back, they don't give it to you. And you don't want it back because they'll do Pilot Wings. You want a Metroid game, it'll be like a weird when the 4DS comes out. It'll just be some weird tech demo, Samus, whatever that means. Think about it. Now, Craig Lynn, he said Destiny, which is just silly. I mean, how can the Overblood community video thingy's game of the year be the most disappointing game you've ever played? I mean, let's be real here, Craig. You like the game. I know you do. I mean, sure, there's no story, but in reality, there really is a story. It's probably one of the greatest stories ever written in gaming, and the gameplay is as tight as a taiga, and the worlds are amazing. I mean, the worlds are noise. I mean, the worlds are real noise. So think about that. Craig, I mean, you don't really mean what you say. You love Destiny. Everyone loves Destiny. Even Jacoby Brannigan. He loves Destiny. And that Chris Rolla fella, if I knew how to tag him in anything, that guy loves Destiny. Tag him in these. Let him know about the Destiny stuff. He loves them. Now, Taylor Hill said it was Watch Dogs, which I had completely forgotten about. She said it looked so innovative and creative, but in the end, it was just another game that didn't do anything it promised. I 100% agree, Taylor. Now, I remember this game, got all this hype, I was so excited for it, and then it got delayed. And because originally it was going to be a PS4 launch game. And, I mean, my hype level was through the roof. I was buying it. The delay happens, and I just stopped caring. When it came out, a buddy of mine was like, hey, we're getting it. I was like, no, I don't care anymore. I didn't even see the reviews yet. Like, it was just like, I didn't care about it. So thankfully the delay occurred, and I missed out on a bad game. I saved $60. So that's good. It's good. And let's see. Let's get to we're at the end of the show here. Let's get to our favorite commenter, a man who I've never actually spoken to in real life, but I'm sure he's a nice guy. Jacoby Brannigan. He said Brutal Legends. He said that everything about the game looked like it was made for him. He loves Jack Black, loves 80s metal and 80s album art. He even loved the demo. Sadly, though, he was not aware that Double Fine would turn it into a half-baked RTS that controlled like Dookie. He went on to say that the game was a confusing mess that tried to be 8 different genres at once, and it all collapsed on itself. That was certainly a game I was interested in back in the day as well, and the reviews came back for it. I was really bummed. Then again, I guess that makes me a bit of a hypocrite, because The Order, 1886, got bad reviews as well. I went, I bought it, I loved that game. I mean, seriously, it's really good, guys. If you haven't played The Order, go get it. Go get it. It's awesome. Also, I bet Brutal Legends, it's a game I missed out, obviously, like I said, bad reviews. I bet if I played it now, I bet I would like it, because I would have such low expectations for it. I bet I would enjoy it. I bet there's a lot of games, like I bet if I played Twilight Princess again, if I could get past the goat herding part, I bet I'd like that game. I bet. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, it is Zelda, and Zelda's kind of weak nowadays. But whatever. Now, this has been week 7 of the Overblood community video thingy. How we've made it this far, I don't know. But you guys keep watching, and so I just keep making them. Also, I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, this is I get to be silly every Friday, Thursday, depending on what I'm doing. Now, don't forget to check out the test chambers, the replays, and the podcast the Game Informer puts up for you each and every week. Also, don't forget to check out the awesome stuff that your Overbuddies are doing. Links down below for everything. And lastly, but most importantly, don't forget to check out this Monday's Question of the Week that will post at 7 p.m. Central Time, because starting this Monday begins the first of many contests for the Overblood community. Stay tuned to see what's coming. It's going to be very exciting. I'm going to try and make this the whole month of March. It's going to be awesome. So you guys get ready, all right? Later.